Well, good morning and welcome to North Georgia Now today. You know, while we're sitting here this morning, Sherry is taking a much-needed, relaxing vacation.
Yes, and can't even get her on the phone.
Oh, no, but she called me last night. She called me last night. I told her, I said, are you already checking up on us? And she said, no. She said she just had a couple of little things she wanted to talk to me about.
Right.
So.
Well, it was crazy because when she was driving yesterday, she had her little card on so she could be on the internet. And she was Facebook and sending all these pictures and messages, and she was just going crazy. So I'm like, gosh, she's having a blast. And you know what she actually did on the motorhome? I don't know if she told you.
No.
Took a nap.
Did she really?
Y'all don't get it.
She don't sleep in the daytime.
Exactly. She don't sleep in the daytime, and she never, ever will sleep in a moving vehicle. She actually felt so relaxed, she took a nap.
Well, bless her heart.
I was so happy.
But do you know what happened to her computer? They went to turn in.
Oh, yeah, she said.
And it slid off the table and broke the card. So she said she wouldn't be able to watch us and check up on us this morning.
I didn't hear that part. All I knew was she was having a blast on it yesterday.
So we can do whatever we want to this morning.
We're free.
We've got a lot of things to talk about for this weekend. It's a big weekend coming up, the 4th of July. We're actually going to be in Jasper.
Yes.
In the parade.
In the parade tomorrow.
Throwing out candy.
In a big black Chevrolet truck from Lawson Chevrolet.
Yes, compliments of Lawson, so thank you very much. We appreciate that. And I think Rich Scott, he's going to be in the northern market.
Yeah,
and
is he doing 2 parades, I think?
I think so.
He's a multitasker.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Me and you, we got Jasper, but...
Because one of them is at night. Isn't it the Gilmer?
I think so, yeah.
The Gilmer one? Yeah. So that's good. So we hope everybody has a happy and safe weekend. Be a lot, and the fireworks are actually going to take place in Jasper.
What night are they in Jasper? Because I'm not really sure.
No, why would you ask me that?
Is it Saturday or is it Sunday?
I don't know. Somebody needs
well, you
to
know,
call
it's kind
us
of that
and
weird
tell us.
thing when it's on Sunday.
Right.
You never know.
Right. Does anybody
I
over
don't
the
know.
Saturday? Saturday. They're
Saturday.
telling us from over on the side Saturday.
Thank goodness for our audience. Because they keep us informed.
That is true. You got any big plans for this weekend?
Well, this morning at about 6 o'clock, my child pops in. She finally got in at 6 this morning. Bless her heart, they drove all night.
Did they
because
really?
they both had to work last night. She came with her fellow this time.
Oh.
Yes, his first time to Georgia. So at 6 o'clock, I wake up to this beautiful little face of my little girl. She's there. And so whatever they have planned with her daddy, we're going to the lake, and not anything real, you know, big, but we're just going to spend time together, and that's the greatest thing.
Well, that's great because she got to come home, so
she
you get
got
to spend time with her.
And it'll be the last time for a while, so yeah.
And she's moving, isn't she?
We are actually moving her in a week.
That's right.
Yes,
that's
to
right,
a new
you're going
apartment.
to go up.
I'm going back up.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't stay now if you go.
You know, I really want to stay with my child sometimes. I'm just like, I think I'll just move to Kentucky.
No.
It's beautiful up there.
I know it is pretty. We've been up into that area. It's
It
pretty.
is. So, anyway.
And then this weekend actually starts a revival at Sharp Top Baptist Church, and it starts on the 4th of July. So
Does it?
Yeah,
Neat.
yeah, so we'll all be going to revival this week, so that's a good thing. And a lot of the churches have been having revival this week and have been having some great revivals.
Well,
A lot
good.
of people saved, a lot of people baptizing, so that's a good
Well,
thing.
that's good.
it
Yeah,
is.
absolutely. I also want to tell y'all, starting today at Walter and Sue Taylor's house, they're having a benefit, because if you remember during my benefit, Walter and Sue did the barbecue for mine, and Walter had a heart attack during that time. Unfortunately, they had no insurance, and so this weekend, starting today through Monday, they're going to have a yard sale. They're going to sell barbecue, and if y'all know, that is the best barbecue in the world. They're going to sell, they're selling all their equipment for their business. Unfortunately, Walter Taylor's backhauling business, they're going to close, and they're trying to sell all the equipment. They're up, if you go Highway 515 to the KFC in Blue Ridge, turn on Aska Road, and Sue has assured me that everybody knows where they live, so y'all go by there. It's all weekend long. Get you something good to eat, and they were having a yard sale, trying to sell everything they can to raise money to help pay for Walter's medical bills. So y'all go and check that out also.
And also, you were on the front page of the Pickens County Progress this week.
Yes, and I want to say thank you for all the people that have tried to help me refurbish and, you know, collect the cans that were stolen. And to a lot of people, that's not a big deal, but to me it is. And I've met the nicest people that have come forward to help me. that don't even know me.
Right.
So there are a lot of good people in our community, and I appreciate it, and I thank you.
Well, you have been richly blessed with all you've been through and all the support and everybody.
Well, you know, it's funny. I was talking to Sue this morning, and they're going through basically the same thing with me, you know, the medical bills and this and that. And Sue said, we're too blessed to be depressed with everything they're going through. Yeah. And I said, well, you know, we've got to remember that, all of us. Right. You know, we are too blessed to be depressed, even though it's hard not to be sometimes.
Well, it is a hard time, and if Sherry were here, she would have her Joel Osteen book, and I was going to bring mine so that I could do like her, but I didn't. But I did bring something to read this morning, if that's okay with you. And actually, this kind of talks about kind of what's going on now. The scripture is, the vision is yet for an appointed time. God has planted seeds of greatness on the inside of you. He has predestined that those things in your heart come to pass. You may have had more than your share of unfair things happen in your life. You probably have plenty of reasons to just settle where you are. But understand, the depth of your past is an indication of the height of your future. In other words, if you've been through a lot of negative things in the past, it just means that your future is bigger and brighter and greater than you can even imagine. It's your time to step out and embrace all that God has for you. Are there dreams and promises that you've let go of? Are there things that God has placed in your heart that you've given up on? Today is the day to give your dreams a new beginning. Today is the day to allow faith to rise in your heart. Remember, what's happened to you is not nearly as important as what's happened in you. Today you are stronger and wiser than ever before. It's your time and your season to move forward into the destiny that God has prepared for you. And the prayer for today is, Heavenly Father, thank you for the destiny that you have deposited into my heart. I choose to stand in faith, knowing that you are working behind the scenes. Give me strength and wisdom to follow your lead so that I can embrace all that you have for me. In Jesus' name, amen.
Very good.
Yes.
Now, do we also want to tell them how we got to pick who got the host seat this weekend?
Oh, well, we can.
It's somebody's birthday. Oh. Somebody's birthday, Miss Charlene Higgins. Yes, it is your birthday weekend. So Mama said, Charlene is the host and you are the co-host because it is her birthday. And so happy birthday in advance.
You know what she did to me the other day at the store? She came up and told me that, and I sang a little song for her.
What'd you sing?
I sang, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday, Charlene. I get to be Sherry.
Very good. That's funny.
I have made my singing debut on the TV.
That is funny. Oh my gosh. Well, you know, Angel Spirits in the house, they might want to recruit you.
Well, I don't think they would want to recruit me, but we do have a great show today.
Yes, we do.
Angel Spirit is in the house, and we're going to do a little something different today. They're going to sing, but then we're going to bring them over here and we're going to interview them. And I've talked to a lot of people. A lot of people said, you know, we love Angel Spirit and we enjoy them, but we don't get to hear them really talk and tell their story.
We want to know them.
Today, you're going to hear the whole story. And then we have Bob and Evelyn Blackstone here today.
Yes,
and today
is celebrating a big anniversary, so we're wonderful and excited for them. You know, it's so great.
A big. Oh, well, thank you, Marilyn Zimmerman. She called to wish me a happy birthday. I sure do appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you. And actually, I need to say, too, today is my nephew, Madeline. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we'll get it right. It's live, y'all. As Sherry says, anything can happen.
Anything goes.
My nephew, Tyler, his birthday is the same day as mine. He was born on my birthday, so happy birthday to Tyler.
And how old's he going to be?
13.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm 43 and he's 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
The big teenage years coming on.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
And don't forget, if y'all have birthdays, call them in because we have the birthday drawing at the end of the show.
And I guess now we'll go to our sponsors.
Sure.
And you can't have this show without our sponsors. They help pay our bills. If you're not a sponsor yet, call ETC. They have a lot of wonderful packages and get you signed up. So we'll go to our sponsors and we'll be right back. And we are back, and we have Bob and Evelyn Blackstone with us. And actually, our decorations are compliments of Miss Evelyn, and we're going to let her tell you a little bit about that.
Yes. These little flags I made, and I have made 150 right now. And I'm going to donate them to the Boy Scouts for the pancake breakfast tomorrow morning because they clean up the tables and do things, and they want to make some money to go to Washington, D.C. So whatever donations they get for these tomorrow is for their trip to Washington, D.C.
How wonderful. And they're so cute.
Yes, they
Thank you.
are.
They're so cute. Did you come up with that idea? Mm-hmm. Wow. Because I know I've seen these before.
Yes.
Yes, you sent them to us before.
We had them to the Monday night dinner.
Yes.
Yes.
They're so sweet. So they're going to be, when and where can you get these? At the
Tomorrow morning.
at the breakfast.
Pancake breakfast
In the airport.
Okay.
Good pancake breakfast.
Yeah?
And what
Super,
time does
super.
that start?
I
8
believe at
o'clock.
8.
8 o'clock.
8 till 10.
Okay. And that will help them raise money.
And I called the gentleman yesterday and asked him if it would be okay. And he said, well, we're in a meeting tonight, so I'll let you know. So he said, as far as I know that it'll be okay. So he said, I'll let you know, and tomorrow. I said, okay.
Congratulations.
All worked out.
Yeah.
Now, you are here because you are celebrating 62 years of marriage. And that is such a wonderful thing in this day and time especially.
Yeah.
Tell us how in the world you have done it. What are the secrets?
He laughs.
What are the secrets, Mr. Bob?
I don't know. I guess picking the right one the first time.
I was going to say, you two have picked a good partner because you're both wonderful people. So that's
Thank you.
got to be a bonus.
Thank you.
And then what are your other secrets? What do you think makes it work to where you have such a great relationship?
Oh, I don't know. I don't go to sleep on an argument.
Very good.
When the preacher married us, he said, don't go to sleep mad at one another, because you might not wake up.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
That is true.
Now you, Miss Evelyn, told me the story about when you got married. Would you want to share that with the audience?
That's what was that?
Just about your wedding day, you know.
Oh, about our wedding day?
Yes.
Golly, what was that? What I don't remember.
I don't know. I put in 9 hours work that day.
Right.
Yeah.
He worked and
He worked, and he picked me up, or he came to my house, to my parents' home, and they, like I said, we didn't have electricity until just the week before I got married,
Wow.
and so I got to make my own wedding cake in an electric stove.
Wow.
And it was a little bit lopsided, but it was chocolate.
Chocolate, good.
Yeah. And we left there, my parents' house, and went to Baltimore, Maryland. And we stayed in a Blackstone hotel that night.
In Zanesville.
And we went to sleep.
And did you go on a big honeymoon or no? You went
That
back
was
to
our
work
honeymoon.
the next day.
We went to his parents' home. And then we went to his oldest sister's house. And this picture is taken in her yard. And this was taken the morning that we had our first argument.
Oh
Oh,
my
no.
goodness.
This was taken in her yard.
Get
So
this
what
where
was
you
your
can
first argument about?
A slice of bread.
Oh my goodness, you have to tell.
Yeah. Because he ate the last piece of bread, and she had 2 children, and they, didn't have a lot, and they, the children were crying that he ate the last slice of bread.
Oh my goodness.
So-
And then the argument ensued.
Yeah.
Did it last very long or did you
No.
make up?
No.
Now tell us about your children and grandchildren.
We have 5 children, 4 boys, 1 girl. She was a twin. We lost her twin. And then we have 9 grandchildren and 6 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
And 2 of them are adopted.
Okay.
And where does everybody live?
In Florida.
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 Yeah.
Everybody's in Florida.
Yeah.
Do you ever want to go back to Florida to live permanently or do you love it up here and just like you're visiting down there?
She wants to go back.
Miss Evelyn, don't you love the
Yeah.
North Georgia
All my
mountains?
children are there, all my grandchildren.
Get your children to come up here.
Yeah. Well, they've all got work.
That'd be a lot of
Can't
people
leave
to
the work.
move, wouldn't it?
Yes, that is a lot of people
Yeah.
to move.
They can't.
And if y'all don't know, Bob and Evelyn are the kindest people in the world because they go to Orlando and they go bring us Gabriel subs, which
And
we've talked about on here before.
The last 2 times that we were down, we didn't get to Gabriel subs.
That's all right. We
So,
forgive you because you've sure brought us plenty of them,
Yeah.
and they are wonderful.
Because I still doctor with my doctors down there, and so with doctor's appointments and trying to get around to see all the kids,
Right.
it's just impossible.
Right.
So-
How often are you down there?
Well,
At least 4 times a year.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
depends, what's going on.
So what are you going to do to celebrate this big anniversary?
Don't know. Prepare
Well-
for our family reunions in Ohio.
Oh, wow.
Later this month and the 1st of August.
This was our wedding cake for 60 years.
We have a picture of that.
So did you make this one too, Miss Evelyn?
No, no, no.
That one's beautiful.
That
Yeah,
is
she
pretty.
smeared it in my face.
On the wedding day or this one, the 60
This one.
year?
This one.
That's beautiful.
Wow. So where did you have your big
Then
celebration
when we got
for
to
60?
Ohio, they had a big celebration for us
Wow.
for our 60th at the family reunion.
Well, 60 years has been good to both of y'all because you look fantastic.
Thank you.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
How wonderful.
We're getting a shot of that.
So do you have big plans for the 4th of July?
Well, we're going to go to the pancake breakfast. And then we're going to go listen to the Barker Brothers at the Hoist House
Oh, really? When is that? Tomorrow also?
tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Mama's going to be sorry she missed the Barkers.
Yeah,
she loves them.
yeah, she,
Yeah.
she mentioned it yesterday.
Did she?
Yeah.
We've been friends with them when Jonathan was smaller than his banjo.
Right. Yes, that's been a long
We'd
time
go to
ago.
their house and listen to them practice.
Now, are you still going with Mama to the Yellow Jacket on Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've missed it the last couple
Yeah.
of times, but I wanted to go.
That's why we were there Tuesday night. And she said, I want you on the show Friday morning because I'm not going to be there. And
It was her gift to us for our
and she said,
anniversary.
she said, I'm giving you this, my gift, and I don't have to wrap it, and I don't
Right.
have to go after it.
The
That's what
best
I was
gifts.
fixing to say. She likes those kind of gifts.
And for people that don't remember, you have brought your little baby dog on here before.
Yes.
Yes.
Tell
Yes.
people about that.
Of course, we've got another one since then,
Oh my goodness. And what are they?
the one called Sherry.
They're dachshunds.
Dachshunds.
Yeah.
We named one after Sherry.
Oh, how
Oh,
neat.
how sweet.
This,
There's
you know,
a story, but we won't discuss
the
that.
skiing, well, you remember the ski when
Yes.
she got wet?
Yes, that's a nice way to put it, Miss Evelyn. For those who don't know.
Yeah. She got wet. Well, that's why we named the dog Sherry.
Cherry.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we really enjoyed seeing you, and we wish you the best and future, anniversaries to come.
Okay.
62 years is a blessing.
Oh,
You
how
brought us something, and it's your
sweet.
anniversary. How sweet. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, I brought you something else,
Got
Charlene.
something. No, that's
Or Angela.
for Angela.
That's for Angela.
Gosh.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you, Miss Evelyn. Do you want me to open it now? It's heavy.
Open it now.
Open it
now.
I think that-
Okay.
this is the start of something.
Oh my goodness. What is it?
I bet I know what it is.
It's aluminum for Angela.
I don't.
That's what I
it?
thought.
How do I get into it?
Tear
oh my
it
gosh.
open.
I got to tell you a story about this.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I thought.
I love it.
I was at a garage sale.
It's so heavy.
I was at a garage sale in Orlando, and this ball was laying on this table, and I said, "Is that for sale?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "How much?" She said, $25. And I said, "I've got to have that."
Oh my gosh. Y'all can't believe how heavy
Her
this is.
husband, of course, and they're both passed away. The daughter was having the yard sale, and she said her daddy had put every piece of that in there
Oh my
because
gosh.
it's all aluminum foil. Every time they had a piece of aluminum foil, he put it together. I mean, with that ball, he had He done that for years.
Oh my gosh, well,
Wow.
I can't put this with the cans. This is too neat. I mean, and especially when you tell me the story, and I can't just toss it over in the can bin.
I'll supplement that. I've got 2 more sacks of cans out in the car for you.
Do you? Bless your heart. Oh my gosh. This
17-year
is incredible. And I can't put it in the cans. It's too special now. The little man works so much, I feel like his energy's on it. I can't just toss it.
It's better than throwing it away. I mean,
That's true.
and it
Exactly.
won't burn. If you throw it in a burner, it doesn't burn.
It won't
It
burn.
just sits
It
there.
won't burn. But it is heavy. There's no telling how much is in here if you were to take it apart. Wow.
But I paid $0.25 for that.
How funny.
Wow.
But it's the thought that counts, and
That's right.
this is awesome. I just love you to death.
Thank you. We love you.
Oh my goodness.
Well, thank y'all very much for being here.
Thank you.
And I guess now we'll go to the community calendar, and when we come back, we'll have Angel Spirit.
How funny.
Every now and then, softest breath upon my skin, I feel you come back again. And it's like you haven't been gone a moment from my side, like the tears were never cried, like the hands of time were holding you and me. And with all my heart I'm sure we're closer than we ever were. I don't have to hear or see, I've got all proof I need. There are more than angels watching over me. I believe, oh I believe. Now when you die, your life goes on. It doesn't end here when you're gone. Every soul is filled with light. It never ends if I'm right. Our love can even reach across eternity. I believe, oh I believe. Forever you're a part of me, forever in the heart of me. I will hold you even longer if I can. Oh, the people who don't see the most see that I believe in ghosts. If that makes me crazy, then I am, 'cause I believe. Oh, I believe. There are more than angels watching over me. I believe. Oh, I believe. Every now and then, softest breath upon my skin, I feel you come back again. And I believe.
Okay, everybody. Hope you got your cup of coffee, sit back. If you've got your DVRs, turn them on. As Sherry says, you're fixing to get a full-blown Angel Spirit concert. So now, here we go, Angel Spirit.
but we found mercy when we knelt at the cross. I was just a sinner, just struggling along, till God's great hand of mercy, He reached down from heaven's throne. There at that old altar, where I bowed so depressed, I thank God He gave me mercy when my sins I confessed. Mercy, mercy, it's God's love and mercy that saved both you and me. Oh, if we had gotten justice, we would surely be lost. But we found mercy when we knelt at the cross. Oh, if we had gotten justice, we would surely be lost. But we found mercy when we knelt at the cross.
Someday.
This is for you, Charlene. Just look around and you can see the times are changing. There are so many who have fallen by the way, but I won't let their failures cloud my vision of the mansion I'll inherit someday. Someday I'm going to a land that's better. Someday I know I'll leave this world behind. Someday when I cross so chilly Jordan, I'll inherit life eternal. Someday. So many times the load I bear gets hard to carry, but when I stumble to my knees I stop to pray, and the joy I find in prayer leaves me knowing He'll break the chains that bind my soul someday. Someday I'm going to a land that's better. Someday I know I'll leave this world behind. Someday when I cross so chilly Jordan, I'll inherit life eternal. Someday. Someday I'm going to a land that's better.
Incredible.
I don't even have words.
I know, and
It was wonderful.
That last song that they did, I totally loved the arrangement of it. I loved the feeling of it. It was just awesome, awesome.
It was great.
Wonderful ladies.
It was great. Well, first, let's go to the community calendar.
Yes.
Let's get them over here, and then we're going to do some trivia questions with y'all in just a few minutes. So let's go to the community calendar, and when we come back, we'll have Angel Spirit with us.
Black coffee and 3 cigarettes. They say it'll kill me, but I got a hunch that this broken heart's gonna be done to the punch. Oh, mirror, mirror on my wall, tell me who is the loneliest fool. Swore she would stay right up to the moment that you all drove away. She didn't leave a table, she didn't leave a chair, but she knew what she was doing when she left you hanging there. Oh, mirror, mirror on I believe I see the answer staring back at me.
We're back. Do y'all see what Angel Spirit does to us when they come to the house?
These are courtesy of Miss Evelyn.
Well, y'all got to see Angel Spirit, though.
Yes, yes.
This is hilarious. Let's look at them.
I love it. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Yes, and thank you, Miss Evelyn and Bob, for the glasses.
I love this. See, I can't see it because I don't have a mirror, but wow, look at the monitor. That is so funny. I love it. Happy 4th, y'all. Happy 4th, everybody.
Well, we're back with Angel Spirit, and we want to give y'all the opportunity to just kind of talk to us a little bit and kind of tell us the history. Now, everybody knows I've been up on the, we call it up on the mountain, a bunch. And when you walk in that house, there is a spirit that will just about knock you down when you walk in the door. So y'all talk about a little bit about the house and the history and what it means to you.
Well, for me, that is home. And my mom and papa wanted that to be home to anybody that walked therein. And whether there's a spirit sensed by everybody or not, I can't tell you that. But I know that it was their desire for everybody to feel at home and feel free there. And that's what we've tried to keep since they passed away. The CDs that we made we were asked to do that by the people in the community, you know, and we did that just so that we could put that money back into that house. We want to keep it there for my kids and their friends, and just, you know, if people from church want to come home with us, then they're always welcome. And, you know, we just go there sometimes for a Sunday dinner ourselves. I mean, that's just home to all of us. So that's just my take on it. I'm sure Mom and Diane have their own version. But
Well, tell them about this coming week. Now, revival starts at Sharp Top on Sunday, and tell them some of what will be going on at the house.
well, no sleep, I can tell you that. I don't let anybody sleep. No, we just, Sharp Top, like all the country churches, have a week set aside in the year for revival, and this happens to be our week, and it's the week of the 4th, and that's not even relevant. But we have a morning service and an evening service, and so my kids pretty much just kind of move in up there and want to stay there around the clock. But we go there and get ready for church, and when church is over, a lot of times we go home with other people from church after the morning service, and then we go back to Mama and Papa's and just kind of rest for a few minutes and grab a sandwich and go back to church that night. And after church is over, we come back and have cake and coffee and whatnot.
We make sandwiches by the platterfuls.
I was going to say, I have been up there, and it's like an assembly line. You know, some of us start with the bread and then move to the mayonnaise. There is more Spam, more cheese, and more tomatoes ate during that week than any time that I know of.
That's good eating, though.
That is good eating.
Wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. I mean, you know, we just enjoy being there. It's just just keeps our memories of what home was like when they were here, keeps it alive.
Yeah.
So.
I'll never forget Miss Parker when we went up there. She was always sitting in her chair, you know, when you go, and she was so funny. I mean, I'd known her my whole life, and so one day she said, you know, she said, I just didn't really know you that well till you started coming up here, but she said, I like you. And I thought, that's a good thing, because I wouldn't want Miss Parker not to like me. You know?
She was a woman of few words, but when she spoke, I mean, it carried thunder. You know, she just, sweet, sweet lady. Miss her so bad.
Well, talk about Faye a little bit, about her influence on y'all, and I know you still feel her with y'all.
Oh, miss her so bad, it's awful. She just would have had a birthday last month, the 20th of June, and just still can't believe she's not here with us anymore. But she kept us in order, and I don't know what to say about Faye. She was just like another mother to me, and my kids loved being with her, and she helped me with them when I worked and things like that. Just, I don't know, I can't put into words what she means to me and what she meant to so many people. That's what gets me is people. She was an RN and had worked in the hospital and then worked home health all those years and took care of so many people far and wide that, you know, everybody knew Faye.
Right.
And
How long has she been gone now?
3 years.
Seems like just yesterday.
3 years.
Wow.
And y'all actually sang at Refuge on her birthday.
We sure did.
Yes, they did, and brought the house down. And if you weren't there, if y'all weren't there, boy, you missed it. So I hope Refuge, I know they're going to have y'all back. So hopefully if you didn't get to come, you'll get to come the next time.
That's a sweet bunch of people down there. They were really sweet and enjoyed being there that day.
Well, kind of getting back to the house up on the mountain, talking about revival, tell us about the preachers, about the history, I mean, it's just...
Mother and Daddy always had the preachers. It didn't matter what church it was from. If it was our church, they had them during the revival week. They sometimes stayed there the whole week, and Mother would prepare their meals for them, make sure they were ready to go back to the church. And Daddy, he didn't get into the taking care part. He just said, y'all come on.
Right.
So that left Mother and Mildred, because she was the oldest, to take care of everything else. But it was nothing to have, on Sundays, to have 3 or 4 preachers and their families at the house for lunch. Plus us, you know. And we were always brought up, the preachers eat first, the men.
Right.
The men eat first,
And that's still the way it is.
Yep.
and the children. The children get fed, and then the ladies
Right.
get to eat.
Right. Which that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that was instilled in us, and it's still that way, as you say.
But after church, we go back up there on the mountain and spend, oh gosh, some mornings we wouldn't leave till 1 or 2 o'clock
Oh, I
in
know.
the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And you think the church service is over. Not necessarily.
Not always.
Because you get back to that house and somebody starts, they might ask for a prayer, or somebody might, and the spirit would move and it would start all over again.
Well, you're just really kind of, what I'm getting from that is you're taking your fellowship from the church, just moving it to another location, and you're all still having revival.
Right.
Well, I
That's true.
tell you what, I've heard Papa say lots of times, and the preachers, and it's the truth. If you wait till you get to church to have church, you're a little bit late. You need to bring it with you. You need to be preparing before you get there. And I'm guilty of not doing what I should a lot of times, but don't spend near enough time on my knees. But reminded me of something a while ago when you were interviewing the other couple and their 62 years of marriage. I asked Mama one time, because Papa was pretty ornery. He was, shoo-wee, Lord mercy. And I can remember asking her, how in the world did you ever stand it all those years?
Right.
And she said, I spent lots of time on my knees. So I bet you have too. And but anyway, they were a great role model, and just like this couple that was here earlier. So, but
And how
anyway,
many years were they married?
gosh, I lost track. It was
54 years. 57.
57 years. Okay.
Okay, yeah, 57, excuse me.
Long
A
time.
little dissension among the angels. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, the head angel always speaks, so.
Well, is there anything else that y'all want to tell about up on the mountain, or anything that you want to share with people? Any memories or anything that you can think of?
Yeah, let me tell you one that kind of helps keep everything going for me. A few years ago, the preacher that was helping in the revival, the helper, had never been down to the house before. This particular night, he decides that he's coming down to fellowship with us, and of course, the rest of us are already there and got the sandwich line going and all. When he opened the screen door to come in, and he said the Spirit almost took him to his knees.
Yeah, been there and done that.
He felt like he was on holy ground.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything to do with that. And I just thank the Lord that is a place that people, as a whole, can still come and feel the presence of the Lord.
Right.
That's right.
And the presence of our folks, they're all gone except me and Diane. But in that house, their spirits are everywhere. You know that.
I know that. And I know that it's the Lord, and we give all the praise and glory to Him.
Yes, we do.
Because without Him there, y'all would have
We're
nothing.
nothing.
Exactly.
Have nothing. I'm nothing.
It'd just be a house, a building,
That's right.
but with him, it's a home.
That's right.
Yeah.
And what amazes me too, another thing I want to talk about is the young people. Now it amazes me how many young people come during revival and,
Yeah.
and the fellowship and the love that you can feel between them. And I know you're proud, your kids are carrying on that tradition, and
They take it very serious, and I'm
Yeah.
so thankful for that. I mean, what you read, opening the passages that you read this morning, really hit home to me too. I mean, none of us are perfect, and I hope that with the mistakes I've made in my life, that it will show my children things to do and not do. That if all my suffering, if they can learn anything from it, then my suffering has been worth it.
and that's true, and none of us are perfect, and you can't judge people, and God didn't put us here to judge. He's the only judge. So, talk about now usually the preachers, a lot of them, I think, stay sometimes all night at the house. A lot of times, sometimes they go home, sometimes they don't. Do they still stay out in the camper? There's a camper.
I don't have the camper anymore.
don't have it? Okay.
No.
Okay.
But they did then.
Stay in the camper.
Yeah, moved in the camper for that entire week.
Yeah.
And they had, of course, the younger boys all flocked into that, and they just had a ball. Just had a ball. But it's all in relation to the good Lord. And, it's not anything to take away from the church or the services. It's still just being close to one another is what it boils down to, and being a part of that church.
It has a nickname, revival headquarters.
Revival headquarters, that is true. And Sharp Talks Revival will start July the 4th. The morning services are 10:45.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nighttime services are 7:45. So we're kind of 15 minutes ahead of everybody. And let me tell you, revival time at night, if you don't get there early, you'll be sitting in the floor. No, they pull out chairs. You won't be sitting in the floor. But you do need to come early because there's always has been a lot of people.
Most of the time, there's a pretty good crowd. But growing up at home, another thing that I remember a lot was that during the week of church, there was no TV. Papa did not let you turn the TV on. It was about the lost world, keeping your mind on church, and lo and behold, if you were the sinner in the house that day, at that time, it was a solemn place to be. So, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. You got to keep your mind on what it's all about. So when we had no TV, of course, he was guilty of sitting on the front porch listening to the Braves on his radio. Well, I guess that didn't count.
Well, he'd already had his took care of.
Don't do as I say, not as I do.
Right.
Yeah, talking about Faye a little bit more, though, y'all are going to do a song today that I know really meant a lot to her, Holy Angels. And y'all did that at Refuge, and like I said, tore the place apart. But I'll never forget what Faye said about that song. She had cancer, and she knew she was getting close. I mean, things weren't going exactly like they should or she had hoped. And y'all sang that one day, and the house was full of people everywhere. There was not a dry eye in that house. And Faye spoke up, and she said, I don't want to go. But she said, if I have to go, I'm ready. I just want those holy angels to come and take me home. I will never forget that. And they did. And actually, they came and got your mother, too.
Yes, they did.
Yep.
One did.
Yep. One did. Well, I guess we've talked about up on the mountain. Let's talk about kind of how y'all got started. And well, there's a long history here, y'all. We'd have to go back. You want to talk a little bit about when y'all sang with Deliverance and Mike Holcomb and?
Well, yeah. Mike and I kind of grew up together. We went to the same church, was baptized, saved the same week, baptized the same week over at Price Creek Baptist Church in Pickens County. Went to school together, same age. I was just a few months older, but I won't say how many. And then I started singing with another group called Happy Harmony. Then Bobby Hales and Mike were both in the group too with Thayer and Young. That disbanded. We formed with Mildred, us three and Mildred formed Deliverance, the first one. We sang for a couple of years until the inevitable day that we decided to go to Cumming, Georgia, and the Inspirations took him away from us in 1972. He's been there ever since. Anyway, we regrouped with Milton Fountain, Danny Davis, who's here from Gilmer County, and Jeanette Cagle at that time. She's We Hunt now. We sang for a couple more years and as Deliverance, and then we disbanded. So after 37 years, we got back together last year and went and did a reunion CD over in Woodland, Alabama with Mike Bailey. And we still have some of those left. Not many, because they went pretty fast. Yeah. Then we've sung at home all of our life.
Right.
So sitting around the table or in the floor by the piano or wherever. We wanted to sing, we'd sing.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to interrupt. Did your parents sing? Because I know you've handed it down, you know, and you say your children could sing.
They can.
So did it come from a generation before?
Well,
Yes.
Mother and Daddy both sang. Mother played piano, but to be in a group, no, they didn't.
But they could sing. They had the talent.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they did.
Papa was a song leader at church and stuff.
Oh,
And
wow.
Just always grew up with music in the house, you know.
So when you had this little beautiful lady, did she come out singing?
Almost, yeah, to the top of her lungs. She's always accused me of drugging her.
I said I was a drug baby. She drugged me all over these hills and mountains, taking me from church to church to church, but I wouldn't take nothing for it either. As a little girl, about 7 years old, me and my sister, Stacy, along with Milton Fountain's daughter, Diana, sang, and I can remember being so small they stood us on top of the piano stool, and we had little matching dresses that I think you and Barb, you made them all. Anyway, just yeah.
So
and
you have been singing for people since.
Yeah, long time.
Wow.
And the girls do sing, and my son's got a good voice. He can sing, so.
So do you
he
get
just-
butterflies anymore, the three of you?
Oh my gosh.
Or you just love it?
Well, we love it, but we still get butterflies.
And we still mess up all the time.
As talented as you are, you get butterflies.
Oh, Lord, have mercy, child.
Wow, y'all are so good though. You just.
I don't, anybody can get up and make some sort of racket. I just love to have the Lord's presence when I sing. It's just me. And I don't feel worthy to call on him in public myself. I always love to, and I'd like to thank Mr. Russell Hood, by the way,
Yes.
who went with us in this little room back here this morning and had prayer with us. I love
Isn't
to
he
have a prayer
wonderful?
before we
He is
come.
He's prayed
marvelous.
with me
Love
before,
that
and I
man.
love that
Yes,
man.
yes. I do like to have a prayer before we sing. And somehow usually it'll help you get over the jitters,
Yeah.
usually.
Now we have to talk about something that keeps those voices just silky smooth, and it's sitting in between y'all right there. Y'all want to tell about that?
We're gonna change that jug. I'm gonna find a brown one.
That's the little pickle juice.
That's pickle juice. If anybody wants to know what keeps Angel Spirit going, it's pickle juice.
Which kind of pickles for pickle juice?
Well, I think that's kosher deal.
Okay.
It's a
My
mixture of
favorite
dill
bread
and
and
kosher
butter.
dill.
Okay.
Not the bread and butter. That sweet syrupy stuff won't do you no
That
good.
won't work, will it?
Really?
Sugar hurts the voice.
Oh wow. So now do you all three pickle juice it up?
Oh, yeah.
That is just funny.
That's our Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Now, did you come together in one car from Jasper?
We didn't today.
Okay, because I
We
was wondering,
didn't.
did you sing all the way up here?
No, well,
No. No, I was fighting the traffic. My word.
Tell you what I did. And this is Mike Bailey's fault, totally Mike Bailey's fault. I had my CD in, going over the songs that's on the last one we've been doing, and I was kind of jamming out with it as I come by this road on 515. Well, I wound up down at
You missed the road,
Hardee's or
didn't
someplace, yeah. Had to make me a big circle around. It's Mike Bailey's fault. I want him to know that.
all by yourself, on your own.
How funny.
It is funny though, talking about up on the mountain, one of the most robust conversations that we ever had in their kitchen was actually about them starting to sing. And I just kept on and kept on. I said, Lord, y'all sing up here all the time and at church, and everybody should get to hear this, you know.
Yes,
So we had a
absolutely.
very robust conversation about that.
Arm twisting, you could say.
Big arm twisting.
Loud.
And then they came to the house, and Sherry
Yeah.
was filming Heart of the Home, if you don't know the story. And so they were named that day Angel Spirit, and that from the rest is history.
The rest is history.
But
they
really, we're
say.
just Mama Selena and Diane. I just, it still doesn't seem like we're really a group that sings. We're just people,
Well, and I guess you have already mentioned him, but talk to us a little bit about who does y'all's music and where y'all go to record. And
All joking aside, Mike Bailey from Woodland, Alabama, is originally from Canton, Georgia, I think, and he's with the Joy Masters, as most people may know, but he is just the most incredibly talented man. He can just make anybody sound good. Listen to us. He
No,
done wonders with us.
He started off with a good,
Oh,
good
no,
thing when
he
he
is
had y'all.
he's just really good, and love to go over there and see him and work with him on some stuff. But we've got 2 CDs made and available, and Charlene carries those at the Blue Star for us. And then we have More Furniture keeps them on hand, and Mom has them at the pawn shop, and of course you can always find them in the trunk of our car. But we have 2 available, and we've gone over and done some other recordings just to have soundtracks to be able to sing other stuff, but we have not made a new CD. A lot of people have been asking for some of the new stuff, and we have not made a
well,
recording.
that was my next question.
Well,
Is that coming up?
It
or-
takes money, and
know. Yeah.
and we
And
don't.
Right now, nobody has any.
That's about the truth. And we put anything that the CD sells back into the house. We don't. We got to keep the power on, and had to have some work done on it, and just keeping the insurance paid on it. And so we'll see what the future holds. We don't know.
Don't know.
But what a blessing that you want to keep this house going, and it's your beautiful voices that you inherited to keep this whole thing
Well, it's
going.
an attempt. It's a struggle, but I can tell you the behind-the-scenes people. My sister has got. I don't know how she does it. I mean,
Let's talk about Stacy. She's not here.
she's not here to
Let's
defend
talk about
herself.
her.
Let's talk about her. Well, she sang on the first CD. She did one song with Mother and Me, and it was really good. It was called Someday, and it was an old bluegrass gospel song she picked up somewhere and wanted to learn it and did. But she handles the money for us and pays the bills for the house and does all that and tells us what we can and can't do. And she's a good one to have in our corner.
Yeah, and she has a beautiful voice.
She
And
does.
Lord, I just want to choke her because she won't. I love you, Stacy, but she won't get up and sing.
I'll tell you somebody else in the family that's got a good voice that won't use it, and that's Lori. Our cousin, my cousin
yeah.
Lori Parker. Mom and Diane had a brother named James, and well, she's a Fleming now. She'll always be Lori Parker to us.
Yeah.
But she has got a beautiful voice, and just hardly you can't get her to sing out much, but she can.
Wow.
And speaking of Lori, we want to ask prayer for her mother.
Please,
I mean,
please.
Betty's. She had a stroke or a couple of strokes.
She fell and broke an arm and had a stroke, and she's really struggling with a lot of health issues, as so many people are. My stepdad, Jimmy, is in the hospital with double pneumonia, congestive heart failure, and renal failure. So he's a very sick man, and just like for y'all to remember him and Milton Fountain, that Mom and Diane sang with when I was a little girl. Milton's having a lot of health issues and not doing the best in the world, so y'all remember him too. He's a good man.
Also, our cousin Grace Weaver, she's on dialysis 3 times a week. And our cousin Betty, her sister, Betty Champion, she's been sick this week and not really up to par yet, so y'all remember them.
I did not know Miss Grace was on dialysis. Bless her
Yes,
heart.
ma'am.
She's so sweet.
sure
She's funny.
Is she doing okay with the dialysis?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
She's really lost a lot of weight.
Has she?
It
Bless her
has
heart.
really pulled her down.
Wow.
And that's one thing about the show, we do prayer requests, and if there's
Right.
anybody out there, if you need to call in and talk to us this morning to do a prayer request,
Right.
or there's been several deaths in the community, and I want to say, ask y'all to pray for the Bolin family. Roy Bolin passed away. If anybody knows Ava Stevens, her husband, is it Daryl Rogers?
Yes.
He passed away, so remember them.
I did not know that was Ava's husband. Oh,
So,
my goodness.
Lot of deaths in the
I know,
community.
I want to say, ask for a prayer for the family of Scott and Tabitha Tilson. Her grandmother was living with them, and she passed away last night.
Really?
Yes, she did. So think about that family also.
On a happy note, I want to just say that my grandmother Anderson, Stella Anderson, will be 91 years old this
I
month in
love Miss
July.
Stella. She comes in the
Wow.
store all the
She
time.
is a ringtail tutor, so
Yeah.
we're so blessed to still have her, and she's funny. I could learn worlds of knowledge from that woman. She's wonderful.
Isn't it awesome to talk to the older people
Oh my
that,
gosh,
that are,
yeah.
in their 90s, if you can find any,
She's still got a
fortunately.
garden.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Oh, she still drives.
Bless her heart.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
She does good. And her sister, Judy Haney, is in Heritage Healthcare's nursing home with recovering from a broken femur. But she's doing pretty good, and hopefully she'll get to come home soon. So
And how old is she?
she'll be 86, her birthday.
Wow.
Wow.
I just hope to
In
make it that far.
September. I know.
You know?
And my husband Jack's mother is in Heritage Healthcare also, Mildred Green. I remember her.
But we've had a great day being here with you guys.
Yes, we have.
Well, everybody said, we would like to just listen to Angel Spirit and y'all talk about the history and the mountain and everything. So I think we have covered that today.
Y'all pretty much got the grid of it,
I
honey.
know.
And I begged and I pleaded, and they are going to do my favorite song that they do, which is We'll Have a Good Time. And I was like, oh, y'all do it. And Mildred's like, okay. And then Selena's like, okay. And Diane, okay.
Diane's like,
So they're going to do it for me. Yay.
Diane says,
Well,
Diane says,
well, I tell y'all what, let's go back to the community calendar, and when we come back, you'll get to hear more of Angel Spirit.
She's so kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. She's a mouthful of anything and everything a man could want. Yeah. She ain't typical, she's unpredictable, she's available. It's a miracle how my heart stumbled into someone so kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. I would find someone so elegant, intelligent, heaven sent, all my money spent. I put a big down payment so elegant, intelligent. Heaven sent, all my money spent. I put a big down payment on that itty bitty diamond ring. Oh, she's so beautiful, it's undisputable, it's undeniable. She's gotta have a ball. She's music to my ears and makes my heart sing. So kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. Kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. Kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. She's so kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. She's a mouthful of...
And we're back.
We are back. I have an anniversary. Johnette and Larry Watson on June 29th were married for 37 years, and that is a big thing. Then Johnette's birthday, she's going to be 64 on July the 3rd.
Same as mine.
July the 3rd. Then Justin Heights from his Oma is going to be 5 years old on July 2nd. Now, I'm saying that it being his Oma, that's what Tori had, so I'm thinking there's some German there, and that is a cool thing because Tori still refers to her grandmother and grandpa's Oma and Opa. So, happy birthday, Justin. Yeah.
Okay, well, everybody sit back and relax, and here we go. We're back with Angel Spirit.
I'd like to dedicate this segment to the veterans of our country. One day while I was thinking of unseen things above, the Savior spoke unto me and filled my heart with love. I used to have some people who walked and talked with me, but since I've been converted, they've turned their backs on me. Some say give me silver, some say give me gold. I say give me Jesus, who saved my dying soul. I'll take this gospel trumpet and I'll begin to blow. Oh Lord, if you will help me, I'll blow it wherever I go. I'm gonna die on the battlefield. I'm gonna die in the war. I'm gonna die on the battlefield with glory in my soul.
This is for Miss
strand yonder in the promised land. All my loved ones will be waiting at the throne. Best of all will see the King. How we'll shout and how we'll sing when we hear the Master say, "You've made it home." Holy angels, take me home. I've been waiting for so long to go and rest beside the river's flow. When I step inside the gate, I will see just what awaits. Holy angels, come and take me to my home.
I'm going to do a cappella.
I guess not. We're burdened down here with cares of this life. Sorrows often overtake us, and we're burdened with strife. But some happy morning we'll gather up there. We'll have a good time in heaven so fair. We'll have a good time. We'll have a good time in heaven, I know. In heaven, I know. With saints who have gone from this world below. We'll sing and rejoice while ages shall roll. We'll have a good time in heaven, I know. Sometimes we are tried and tested anew. But some happy morning when we get up there, we'll have no more sorrow, no sickness, no pain. Just one happy morning, forever to reign. We'll have a good time in heaven, I know. With saints who have gone from this world below. We'll sing and rejoice while ages shall roll. We'll have a good time in heaven, I know.
Troubles and trials, they are so many. There's pain and heartache on every hand. But all of my sorrows I'm leaving behind me. It'll be over when I reach that land.
And it won't be long.
It won't be long
till we'll be crossing. Just moving on over the swelling tide.
Just get on board.
So get on board.
The ship of
That ship of Zion. Sailing on over to the other side.
Singing and shouting in that bright city, we'll walk the streets that are purest gold. It'll be gladness up there forever. We'll see rare beauties that's never been told.
And it won't be long, till we'll be crossing, just moving on over the swelling tide.
The swelling tide, so get on board.
So get on board.
The ship of Zion.
Sailing on over to the other side. And it won't be long, till we'll be crossing, just moving on over the swelling tide.
The swelling tide, so get on board.
So get on board.
The ship of Zion.
Sailing on over to the other side. Just sailing on over to the other side.
And we'll close by singing God Bless America. And if everyone feels like it, join us in singing.
Yeah.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Was that not? I'm sorry. After they sang "We'll Have a Good Time," I just had to scream
Well,
out.
she about got loose over here on
I
me,
just
y'all.
wanted to jump out of my seat. Diane, thank you, thank you. You guys pulled it out. It was awesome. I love it. And if you're not smiling now, there is something wrong with you.
That's right.
Because that was awesome.
That is right. We do have a prayer request that was called in for Reggie Weaver. His health is not well, so he's asking everybody to pray for him.
And I have another birthday. Miss Florence Chapman on July 2nd will be 98 years young. And happy birthday, Miss Florence. You have seen a lot in your time of 98 years.
Yes.
That is wonderful.
Well, you know, the last song they sang got me to thinking about, you know, this weekend, the 4th of July. Take time this weekend to stop and be thankful for the country that we live
Right.
in. Everything may not be perfect, but we do live in the
Right.
best country in the world,
Right.
and we should all be very thankful. Remember the veterans this weekend. Remember the ones that are still fighting
Right.
for our right to sit here and be able to have gospel music and have prayer and
And, you know, what a wonderful thing that we can sit here and talk about God.
right.
What a wonderful gift that we have to live in this country. And thank you to ETC for allowing us to have this program that the community loves so much.
Yes.
And it's a great thing to say, praise the Lord, you know. And Lord, those ladies singing was a blessing.
It was a
It's
blessing.
made me feel so good.
And today has been a wonderful program.
I
I've
know.
enjoyed it.
We miss Miss Sherry. You want to do a trivia question real quick?
Yeah, let's do that right quick. You'll get the We'll Have a Good Time CD that was the Hans Roofer benefit. We're going to ask if anybody can call us and tell us, where is Sherry today? Where is Sherry? What is she doing?
Exactly.
Call 866-939-2329 and you'll win this CD.
There you go.
Or DVD, excuse me.
DVD.
And you were going to ask one more.
What? I forgot.
Which parade will
Yes.
me and Angela be in on Saturday?
Yes. Which parade will Charlene and I be in? I started saying Angie. Well, you know.
If you can call in and tell us that, you'll win another DVD.
Yes, we've got two.
And we've got Diane over here. She wants to come back and say something.
Yesterday, a lot of people follow gospel music, Southern gospel music, and I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the Crabb family. One of their members, Kelly, that was Crab has married Mike Boland, and they have children. They have formed their own group, Mike Boland Family, and yesterday they were in a horrific accident on I-85 in Charlotte, and 2 of them were airlifted out, one of them being Mike. And the word went out all over the internet for everybody to please, please pray.
Right.
So I'm continuing that thought.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we'll remember them for
Yes.
definite sure. Well,
What
you know,
happens
what
when you're having
happens?
fun?
Well, I guess I get to do the Sherry part, so we don't ever say that word. So
No. We need to do the birthday drawing.
oh, it's Friday.
Let's let-
Gosh, excuse
Yes,
me, I
let's
forgot.
Let Miss Diane do it. I
Okay.
don't want to be responsible.
All right.
That's too big.
See, it's a good thing
Do we
got-
know where the cake's coming from this week? No,
No,
we
we
don't.
don't.
Let's see who's won.
All right, and the birthday cake goes to Justin Heights,
Yes,
5 years old.
From his
So-
Oma called it in. Yay. Happy birthday, Justin.
Well, from North Georgia Now Today, I'm Charlene Higgins.
I am Piper Elizabeth Todak, and we don't like to say goodbye, so we'll say see you later.
It was 700 fence posts from your place to ours. Neither one of us was old enough to drive a car. Sometimes it was raining, sometimes it would shine. We wore out that gravel road between your house and mine. I'd start walking your way, you'd start walking mine.